coast of Florida. We're looking at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Today, two NFC South teams set to tangle. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Ryan Fitzgerald all set to get this one started. And we're off and running from Raymond James. On the return, here comes Cameron Johnson. Herbert's team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the Buccaneers, ready for their opening drive. And at the helm, coming off a career-best performance in year 7 here in the NFL, the #1 overall pick back in 2018 out of Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
I firmly believe the NFL is better with quarterbacks like Baker Mayfield in it. His teams, they just embrace his feisty, chippy attitude he plays with. They also embrace the production he's shown. Massive new career best a season ago with 4,500 yards and 41 touchdowns.
We give to Irving to start this drive. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Right side, this is a Bucs. A small gain up to about the 32. Tackle made by J.C. Horn. Panthers bringing out a 5th defensive back on 3rd. From the gun, Mayfield. It's complete. This is Bucs. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. A pickup of 17. And the Bucs have the first.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. Looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but not of bounds.
Baker throwing again. Gets it to him on the screen. Down the sideline inside the 40. And he gets this shot all the way to the 31-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that will be a Tampa Bay 1st down.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
This is Irving on 2nd. We call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. 3rd and long for him here. Got a man. This is Evans. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Bucs have the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First down, here's Baker. He's got Evans once again. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. On the give, this is Irving. The defensive stand here, and they push him away from the goal line. That's back to the 4. I think they might have taken that first down for granted there, Brock, and now their punishment is they got to figure out 3rd down.
Yeah, a little bit of questioning, some mind games now, right?
Yeah.
Why didn't that work out? Can we trust to run it here on 3rd down? Not a gigantic call, but one that certainly creates a lot of confusion.
3rd down, give to Irving. They go to him again, Brock, and they deny him the line again. That's another loss. This one sets up 4th down.
Well, it was bad enough that the previous run went backwards. You've got to have balance in this league. I mean, you really do. There's no chance offensively to find sustained success unless you present run and pass to a defense. And right now, this defense is owning your run game.
On 4th down, the Buccaneers trying to put 3 on the board with Chase McLaughlin. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And they get 3 on their first series. Hope to build on that in the drives ahead.
With how well they were eating up yards and first downs, you know that kicker wanted to come out for a PAT, but he'll take a field goal, and he'll take 3.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Trevor Etienne to return this. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So now out comes the Panther offense for its initial drive of the game. And they're brought out by someone still trying to live up to that #1 pick status from the 2023 draft. Now in his 3rd season from the University of Alabama, it's Bryce Young.
Watching Bryce Young at Alabama, he just made the game look so easy. One of those rare prospects where everything just feels like it's in slow motion and he's in total control. Well, fast forward to the NFL, and he took a beating early in his career. Everything must have felt like a blur, but there's no denying the promise he had.
Buccaneers are going to get home as they drop him. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
First couple snaps, first drive of a game, it's all about who can land that opening punch. Gain that first advantage in a game-long back and forth. Well, that opening punch was a solid cross, maybe even an uppercut that caught him right on the jaw and sets an immediate tone for this defense.
Defense coming out swinging as they try backing them up further here. It's 2nd and long. Young working from the gun. On target to his back, Rico Dowdle. And he manages maybe 3 yards there to the 23-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. The Buccaneers leading so far. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. We're ready to go with the 2nd quarter. It's Panthers football. They're looking at 3rd and very long. Tight end going in motion here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He lofts it deep right side. This is puts him in goal to go.
First and goal, Carolina.
What is
Come on, get it together.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
First and goal. Here's Dowdle. No gain that time, and now it'll be second and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
Here's another for him. And this defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. A gain of 8, and now they're going to enjoy third and goal from the 1.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Only need 1 more yard on this opening drive. Here's third and goal. Dowdle. And he's in for the touchdown. The Panthers finish off their opening drive. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
This is Ryan Fitzgerald on to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Sean Tucker. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Tampa Bay sending its offense out. Their second drive coming up. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Bucs to the line. First and 10. Irving on the counter. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Godwin sent in motion right. Mayfield now, blitz coming. It's him on the in route. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
And a first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
So first down from the 41. Mayfield set to pass. That's caught. It's Cade Otton. And this one will get them into enemy territory. Hit and stopped quickly, but the catch moves them to the 48. They gain 11 on that play, and that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
At the 48-yard line.
Irving on the inside give. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Down the field, Evans has it. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone block. He's down to that 17-yard line. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down. Here's the give to Irving. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Yeah, not much scoring to this point, as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up. 2nd and 3 now. Mayfield now from the gun. Makes the catch. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2, and that sets up 1st and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Baker now from the gun to the end zone, but incomplete. Couldn't get it. That's going to set up 2nd and goal. Ooh, sure looked like they were sitting on that slant, weren't they, Brock? If a route was going to beat them, it was not going to be that one.
Yeah, we see this route all the time, really at every level of football, because as a receiver, you just want to get inside that defender, and when you do, you hope to find that connection, but the contact knocked that sucker away.
Working now from the gun. That one connects. He got out of bounds after a small gain.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Only need to fall forward 1 more yard. Here's 3rd and goal. Irving. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers get some late points and the lead. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Buccaneers push their lead to 3.
Panthers 7.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Set to return, it's Chuba Hubbard. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Carolina offense out and ready to go for their 2nd try. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. First call here coming from the shotgun. On play action, here's Young. Short pass caught by his tight end. This gets forward to around the 29. And play made by Jacob Parrish.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Shotgun snap now to Young. Connects on the crosser. And this is going to be down to, looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. 35 on the pickup. And that's going to bring up the Carolina first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Well, they've been perfect to that point on the drive, Buck. First time we've seen this coverage force them into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah,
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
2nd and 10 now. Young's going to try again. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, it's difficult on the defense.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. And motion the tight end over. Young on 1st and 10. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. This one misses the tight end, so it'll be 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Still 10 to go, 2nd down now from the 23. Sticking to the air, it's Young. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left.
Okay, we've seen this running back pretty busy here early on in the passing game, and not just with checkdowns. You can tell this is going to be part of the game plan, and I don't think one incompletion here to him is going to deter that effort.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They send the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, it's Young. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And they come up big on 3rd down there with the sack. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. On comes Ryan Fitzgerald and the Panthers field goal team here on 4th down. This will be a 45-yard look from the left hash. Fitzgerald sends this through, and it'll knock this game up late in the 2nd quarter. So we're all knotted up here at the half, Brock, as we send this over to our buddy Scott Hansen, who's got our halftime report. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight, competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
All right, thanks for that hard work, Scott. These two teams ready to break this tie as we welcome you back for the 3rd quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half. All tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Hubbard with a return here. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Out come the Panthers. Their offense has it first here to start quarter number 3. And they could take control in the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Gallup. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Second down now, 7 to go. Out of the gun, Young. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Panthers first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First down from the 42. Young looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be hit, sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Second down now, they need 7. Young to throw it. It is caught left side. And they make the tackle at the 38. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. Here's Dowdle straight up the middle. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys. Not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. 3rd and long for him here. Look at all this time. It's his running back. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. up to make that play. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Trying to get outside with Hubbard. And he will not get the first, but this is close. Looks like they're going to have about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3. 3rd down.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Young's going to sneak it. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
It's a gain of 2.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Receiver in motion. He's headed right. Here's Young on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. He's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
You know, kid, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Now it's Young. And they take this in for the score. The Panthers take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a Bryce Young touchdown. And this distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because, Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an avenue to run it to.
Kate, this is exactly why it's never been harder to play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game, the efficiency has never been better. But then when you do cover it up, you got guys like this who can scramble and make you pay with their legs.
One after is good by Fitzgerald. And the Panthers break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Tucker now on the return. He's brought down just inside the 25. The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Baker now off the play fake. Down by Chris Godwin. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Bucs have the first.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
He finds Evans left side. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. They fake the handoff. Now it's Mayfield. Bails out of the pocket quick. Now he takes it. And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Off the play fake. Here's Mayfield. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. So we're through 3 here. It's Buccaneer football. They trail, but it's still within reach for them. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Irving here from the gun. And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Putting the tight end in motion. Play action. Here's Mayfield. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
3rd down. Here's Mayfield. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
On 1st down, they're going to run with Irving. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Brought in. And he's out just before he can hit the end zone, but what a nice 1st and goal here from the 2.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. Short side option here. He's running left. He runs it across. Touchdown! The Buccaneers now trail by just a point in the 4th. Baker Mayfield the touchdown. My partner up here is pumping his fist after that one. That is how you run an option as a quarterback. Good read to hang on to it and do it himself.
Yeah, because I could never do that, not even close. But when the defense overplays and you run that option, you get that good 2-on-1. More times than not, they will commit to the more dangerous guy, the running back. But you leave a lane, this quarterback can do some damage as well.
The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Hubbard with a return here. Making some progress here. The Panthers get going again once more on offense. They're headed out there after just watching their lead disappear, but going off of that, an opportunity does exist now for an immediate answer.
And I'm going to say the quiet thing out loud here, Kate. There is a part of this offensive group that just loves this opportunity. They get the chance right now to answer, and not just that, but possibly come up with a game-winning drive.
Young on the play action. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! But I believe someone on the Panthers made it to the list for ball first. They're hanging on to it.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
So they keep the football, Bucs. Now they face 2nd and long. Back to throw. Here's Young. Gets it to him on the screen. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
This is a tough spot to be in. It's third and very long. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game.
Delay of game, offset.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still third down.
Now, that delay game certainly doesn't help things. It's third and even longer now. He's back to throw. Pressure's there, and the Bucs got it. And their fourth sack of the game, Brock, brings up fourth down.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again, find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
On fourth down, Panthers going to turn to Sam Martin to punt this one away. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Buccaneer offense back out for another series. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. First and 10. Mayfield now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Mayfield now off the play action. Finds him over the middle. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Bucs have the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Motion man left is Egbuka. First down, here's Baker. Dumped off to his running back. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 40-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. Buccaneers with a little more work to do to win it here. Just a yard left to go on second down. They'll run this with Irving. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It really is pretty simple. If you want to run against a 3-4 group right up the gut, number one, got to control that nose tackle. Number two, you got to get people to the second level. That was teaching tape.
Really? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Might be time to reach in the bag of tricks on second down. 16 to go following the sack. Back to throw. Time, this is Egbuka. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on third down. To throw. It's complete. This is Anguka. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its second. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
All set now. First and 10. Setting up to pass. Makes the catch. And that is a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers have taken the lead late. Mike Evans with the touchdown. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal. But you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. On the return, this is ETN. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Panthers set to take the field. And they're taking the field knowing that they need a touchdown here, Brock. More pressure on them now than they've had any drive so far this game.
Well, our colleague, Charles Davis, has a line for a spot just like this. Pressure, it can burst pipes, but can also create diamonds. Let's see what the outcome of this pressure is going to be.
Starting out trips right here. First and 10. He'll look to throw it. For big yards on the right side. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. And he gets him the touchdown. And now a potential game-deciding play call coming up. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the fourth. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Tucker now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield ready for this next possession. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Bucs to the line. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Irving. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
Taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
Well, Brock, 4 quarters, couldn't decide a winner. And now we're set up for an exciting conclusion to this contest. Overtime is coming up next.
Much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
A 39-yard attempt.
It's good. The kick sails through. And the pressure now applied to that opposing sideline.
He did his job, Kate. Field goal gives them the lead. Now all eyes turn to his defense to see if they can finish this win out.
Big field goal try coming up here for Ryan Fitzgerald. He was money on his first field goal, Brock. His second coming a little inside of 50 yards. The kick is good. He got it. And we're going to keep on keeping on here in overtime.
He'll take a short moment to be congratulated by his teammates. Then, well, it's right back to that kicking net on the sideline. Got to stay warm in case he's called on again, because the next score wins.
A field goal apiece so far. Another would win it as this kick is away. Tucker now on the return. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. Here come the Bucs on offense now. To reference another type of football I'm quite familiar with, Brock, we're in sudden death now, baby. Golden goal territory. The next score is going to win it, and they get the first shot.
And I think play caller, offense, quarterback should all be confident, right? You know now with your kicker and the confidence he has for making that last kick, just get yourself in the range and go get that W.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Mayfield on 1st and 10. Running left side by Godwin. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Give him 24 yards on that one. And that will be a Tampa Bay 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Prior to 1st down, they decided to call a timeout. And they'll be unable to stop the clock again here in overtime. First and 10 now from the 46. Mayfield now from the gun. That's Collins, Godwin again. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
And now the entire game rests on his next kick. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd. As they'll be left with just one more to work with here in OT. So Chase McLaughlin is on in a high-pressure spot. It'll be a 54-yarder from the right hash. Direction doesn't look good here. He missed it right. And we're going to keep playing on in OT.
They sure gave him a chance, Kate. They went for the field goal that could have won the game. Safe to say, and this is the hard part about it being a kicker, is that image is going to flash through his head for a long time. But for now, we play on. Let's go.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Young working from the gun. Cut out left. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. So we get a timeout here. Just 8 seconds left in this overtime.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Big field goal try coming up here for Ryan Fitzgerald. This a 52-yard attempt from the left hash. It has the distance, and it's on target. It's good! And they've taken back the lead.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
So it's the Panthers who take this one on the road. And they only needed a field goal to end it as their guy connected on an absolute bomb through all the pressure to claim a heck of a win here in overtime. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Hewitt, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners. As with that, we sign off from Tampa.